within his right to object and say, Lord, my Lord, is this an application or what? But Raka said, sit down, like a kid.
Oh.
I've never seen this. And Raka will grant it. He will grant it. He saw that he has done wrong. Because the way he now says, if you need time, he's realizing that those words, you have shut me down, I objected any time an injustice is occurring. Then he starts saying, no, I didn't say that. This court is open. Ramsepili, do you need more time? Because he's seen he has done wrong. And how do you get emotional as a court to an extent that you can ignore Mnisi? Because by ignoring Mnisi, you are ignoring the constitutional rights of Umuzi. You cannot do that. And you have to engage him. We can't take work personally, even, we can't, no matter how emotional you are, you cannot take it in 2017 and make it your own, which I'll fix him, I won't answer. In a court of law, that's a flawed approach. It's an emotional court, which shows if once you act in emotion, you are unreasonable. Once you show you are irritated about Muzi, you disfavor him. So what is going on? Oh, I'm in shock. Anyway, let me pause there.
Sure. Hey, French kid. Yeah, no.
Morning.
We are in the afternoon now. Leave that old computer we use, man.
How are you?
Sure. Fine, how's your old computer?
Hey.
So I was saying, obviously, it was going to. This just proves that they prepared this together, because Rata asked, is it how do you call it, admissible, and Balwe had the heads of argument. Even Rata was even suggesting the case clause. It just tells you that these two are just in the same boat. But it's fine. We have witnessed and we can see what is happening. Why wasn't the judge listening to the objection? Because now Balwe was arguing. In the cross-examination, you argue. And how was Musa supposed to respond to that? Because that was not an application. I feel like Baram Sipil was supposed to point that nonsense out as well, to say, what is this basically? What procedure is this? Thank you.
I mean, when he says, I'm giving you time to research on what? Because the state has not made a formal application.
Yes. He doesn't even.
So I don't know.
Sorry, Bashiva, go ahead.
No, continue.
I'm so shocked.
Continue.
I'm a bit mad about it. He doesn't even engage to say, are you making an application by law? Because it was a response to a question. Why do people need to research on a response to a question? It's like they planned it together, like what Fresh Kid is raising. Because as he says it, I remember. He said, which case law are you quoting? Kappa. How do you ask the child, what is 1 + 1 in an exam? And they say, you give the answer 2, right? How do you do that? You are assisting him. And he already had prepared this. Ubalo, he knew he was going to do it. He had used section 174, and he has the court. It's an application, I know, but it's as if he expects the court to approve it based on the approval of the 174. It's unheard of. Rata cannot allow it because it's just unheard of. It's unheard of the manner in which he conducts himself. It's unheard of the way Malloy introduces, because justice must be seen to be done. To me, who's watching, it's like they discussed it. The way he sits everyone down to say, sit down. You can't even object. You should be allowed, even as he talks, to object and say, I'm objecting, this is unjust. Are you addressing the court, or are you responding to the question by the court? Is this an application? You can't launch or ambush us with an application. You could have forewarned us of such application so that we prepare heads. Now we're wasting time while accused are in custody. We're wasting half a day when you could have told us. He knew you'd launch an application. It's just out of order. Sorry, I'm venting. I'm fine now.
No, it's fine, Binky. Let's hear my good friend here who's coming with ice cream. Ice cream. I don't want to call the other name.
Yeah. So hi. How are you, friends? Meyiwa, Mashaba. Everyone in the panel and everybody. Wow. What an afternoon. I'm even shaking. I am shaking. It's like it is done on me. I mean, these guys, they must just apply for Rata's recusal. And they must just go and open up a case against the judge and the prosecutor for allowing, in the first place, Moses is saying, you are cross-examining me on a document that is dated 2007 when I did not have an account. And the judge is allowing that. Hey? And now he's shutting down Omnis. So meaning, don't represent these guys, they don't deserve to be represented. When they planned, after you are done with this, hit this one, Mina, I will approve. It is something that was discussed. I'm also on the hands of other guys that have just displayed their displeasure. I mean, it is unheard of. You cannot shut down an advocate to object. And Mnisi did very well, and he put it on record that you have shut me down. I may not object in this court. And that is what made him so angry, that is now on record. And he's trying to justify it that, no, when another advocate is addressing the court, you may not stay. Who said you cannot allow Baloyi to read everything into the record? That is wrong. And then tomorrow they turn around and they say, defense was here sitting, they never objected on anything. When they object, they are shut down. So guys, this is too much. I think it is enough. They must just put an application for this man to go home. That's my 2 cents.
Thanks, madam. You know, this thing of wanting to remove him, yeah, it can work, but at the same time, look at where the trial is. These guys have been here since 2020.
They have to apply for a bail. They must apply for a bail, those that deserve the bail. And those that are serving their sentences, let them serve the sentences. Because there is injustice, and this whole thing is happening in the eyes of everybody in South Africa. There is no court that is run like that. You can see that there is some discussions behind the scenes because the judge is always assisting with authorities, and majority of the authorities that have been quoted in that court that might have impact on these guys are from the judge. Not necessarily that Baloyi is the clever advocate. It's from the judge. So that judge must choose whether he wants to take the stand and be an advocate, and we must have another judge then that will preside and be fair, because justice is all about fairness. He is just so involved and so emotional about everything else. I mean, it's like we are fighting, it's us out there fighting woman to woman. It can't be, guys. We cannot experience this. This is out of control. I don't know what the judges matters and the JPs and whoever is in charge of the courts, whether they see this, whether these guys, they deserve all this, I don't know. But it is so unjust.
Yeah, no, thanks, madam.
Late than to get ourselves involved in such. It will rather take another 10 years. Come on, guys, no way. Okay.
You know what, guys? I know that we are angry, ne? I know that we are angry. Anyone is entitled to being angry. Urata must not go anywhere. Urata wants that. He wants to be recused. This case is beyond him right now because he wants to be. He must not go. He must finish what he started. Why did he accept whatever contract he accepted? Now, when he sees the kitchen is too hot, he wants to run away. He must finish the cooking that he was involved in. He must finish it. He must not be recused. Because now he is thinking for himself. He is being selfish, thinking, yeah. If I give a verdict that is like this can go very bad for me. That is where his mind is. That is where his mind is. And he must not be given that satisfaction. We must make him suffer. He must suffer, deal with that nonsense that he said at some point he's not part of. But now he's acting as if as if he's part of the nonsense. And also he thinks he's very intelligent than everybody else. No, guys, personally, there is absolutely nothing to worry about. The case has exposed Judge Rata for who he is. The case has exposed that Judge Rata and Obaloyi are communicating, because there is no way you will speak as if you are twins. As if you are twins. You finish each other's sentences. You already know which book to have on hand. When I say this, you do this. When I do this, you do this. He must finish what he started. He must finish what he started. And I like that every time there is drama, it's always on record. You have nothing to worry about. This judge must finish the case. We are very far for us to start de novo. No. Unless the de novo will come saying we are going to get judges that are going to start where the case is. That I can accept. To start from scratch, no. We need a new judge. If that judge is going to listen to the entire record and then says, here I am, and this is what I see when it comes to the case, because already Judge Rata had no verdict yet out, except for the one thing that we assume it's there. But for him to be removed, he needs to finish what he started. That's not our business that he has contracts that he signed. If there is any contract that he feels now he wants to be out, he's going to do it himself. No one must approach a recusal application themselves. He must be the one that is saying, I'm done. I can't do this. He is the one that should do that. He should be a man. He must man up. He says he's clever. He says he's smart. He must be smart enough. He must tough up and do the thing. He must remove himself. No one must apply for that for him. I think if we were to agree, in fact, it's not up to us, but if we are going to let our emotions run as the way he wants people to feel like, let's complain. No, complaining is not wrong, but he must do the right thing. He is so wrong in all levels of being wrong. He is so wrong. And I can't imagine how Mnisi felt when someone says Mnisi is a useless person. I felt like, Haibo, the comment section, are you okay upstairs? And Mashiba, isn't objection and what normally happens in Parliament the same thing when they say order on a point of order? Isn't that the same thing?
It's the same thing.
If that is the case, then where was Mnisi wrong? Because you would be busy saying something in Parliament and then they say on a point of order. The difference here, it said objection. So Mnisi was not wrong. Judge Rata was very wrong for shutting him down. That he needs to accept. And also for people to say that no, the defense fell for it when he said, I'm going to give you time. No, he was not giving them a choice. For starters, he was going to adjourn because he realized late that I've done a blunder. He was going to make sure that today, at that time, they are going to adjourn. He knows what happened there is wrong.
Lonnie, you've been talking for a long time. It's Anna, sisters. Also,
don't engage me. Allow Kolobe to speak. Next, Kolobe.
No, I'm adding just one small piece. I'm saying even the way Ramusipile is standing up, he wants to say, already he's shutting down. If you want to research, you want time. We didn't even hear what Ramusipile wants to say, but already he's jumping on him to say, do you want time? Do you want time to research? To research what? We haven't heard what he wants to address the court about. So he shut everyone down because he was feeling guilty of what he's done. I'm just adding more on your frustration.
You know, before Kolobe, before Kolobe.
Why are you laughing at his name?
The only time Mnisi was going to be wrong, as in the procedure, was when if Baloyi made a formal application and the parties know that this is an application, Baloyi is starting, because you can object during the submission when someone is making an application. But in this instance, there was no application. He just started reading. And then when Mnisi wanted to object, that's when Rata just went crazy. Why? But that means you can't object in this court. I liked what Mnisi did. It didn't give him his satisfaction to want to come back and say something. You shut me up, it's fine. Let it be like that. The record will speak for itself wherever it goes, as I like to say. Kolobe.
Mashallah, oh my God.
I'm not a
Around with her, no,
it's
the
so
meeting for all. The Kolobe I want to Mashiba.
We know fortune Kuluba. Then you don't watch football. Continue.
Kabaka Opola Manzam Gomezulu. After what we just experienced today. And it's so painful already. I experienced this. And if now we have to believe or state Sinale case against the accused. And wow, our black excellent and our experience. But I understand that we might say that the case has went far, but it would be best if Rat be removed from this case because of obviously we are not going anywhere because of his allowing things that are not supposed to be. And already it has proven or he only listened to Baloy or the state. If the defense come, he won't listen, rather disturb or distract them. But it's painful because of you could even see, like remember during break time when we were discussing about the bank statement. Remember, I think on Monday I once said that if it's a bank statement, it's supposed to have an official bank stamp that proves what it comes from the particular bank that they requested for the copies of the statement. But if it's like a spreadsheet with an A3 page, then that is not it. It's been edited. And a statement normally comes as an A4 page. So there is a lot that is happening with this case, and unfortunately, something that we are subject to. So we just have to go for it. But after what he has done today to Munisi, that means it's what he's doing to Musi because of now Munisi is representing Musi. So South Africa, this is what we have to experience each and every day. Thank you, Shivas.
Thanks, Kulube. You know, when to show that Nis was angry, I saw him even pointing at the judge and even saying you. He was tired. He was like, you know what, now I'm fighting. If I'm losing my license, let it be. I was angry. Anyway, continue, Johnny. I'm going to mute for a few minutes. I'll be back.
No problem. No problem, Shiva. Guys, I think this is a deja vu for many. I don't see anything new in this guy's behavior. We've been here before. Many of us have t-shirts. So I don't know if maybe you guys lost your t-shirts. That's why you are so infuriated or agitated. So I still have my t-shirt. And when I look at it, it reminds me that no, remain calm. This is not the first time this thing is happening. The good thing about this thing is that it's on record. Everybody's saying it. And from Nisi to say, to I don't know, maybe guys, if it's me who is aware that yes, I just saw the comment. That's why I mentioned that term there. I don't know. Maybe is it me only who is aware the fact that Nisi is able to bring the worst out of this guy, deliberately so to expose his part in this case. It has happened so many times. Even there was a point, let me just take you guys back a bit. There was a point whereby Rata, I think Host was on the stand. And Nisi said something along the lines that Host did not read what is on the document. And Rata said, Nisi says, you did not say that. And Nisi stood up and said, can the court please, and for future reference, that the court shouldn't say the word that did not come from me. I'm asking the court from this. So for me, this is able to bring the West in order to expose this old crook of a judge, the part that is playing in this case. So let's not be derailed or maybe confused about his behavior. He's doing something, he's doing this on purpose, because it cannot be that when Minister says the objection doesn't have a specific time. Can somebody mute there? I don't like hearing my voice. Oh, thank you. So the objection doesn't have a specific time for it to take place or to exercise it. And he knows that. But now he's shutting this down for what? We don't know. But I think it's because he wants Baloyi to put that on record. That has been the pattern, the trend in this case. Whenever the state is trying to put something that is not legit to be put on record at that specific time, the judge would stand in front and shield Baloyi from the objections and whatever. So, and again, for Ramsepile to come and say, now I want to say about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he would suggest something to Ramsepile that Ramsepile did not have in mind. I said it yesterday, guys. This guy, Rata, is capable and very much capable of asking something or doing something that is very, very, very divisional or something. If there's a term like that. He would ask a question in clarity, but he's dividing the councillors. Or he would ask a question to try to confuse the specific point or issue at hand amongst the councillors. And they would fall for that. Very often I saw that happen. So let's not be afraid or maybe whatever. We know how this guy behaves. So for me, everything is on the court, and it's going to make it easier for these guys if they're going to work for appeal, if there's going to ever be any. So let's keep calm and focus and debate on something that will be fruitful for us. Thank you. I'll pack it there for now.
Yeah, I don't know if thanks, Johnny. It's nice to hear your voice. I don't know if MJ is ready or I can have a go. If not.
Yes, Pinky. Sanibonani. Mina ngicela ukubuza Pinky ukuthi ngoba umnisi nje uJudge Ratha amthathe down. Sathi uzoprepare inama arguments wakhe naye. Ngoba phela umnisi angithi uyidirect ilawyer kaMosi, not the other four. So kuzowenzakalani kusasa mhlambe ngomnisi.
Mina ngibona ingane ikhwesi ngabona ukuthi uRatha is not reasonable. Because as you rightfully raise, umuntu ohlezi standing se-witness box, khathesi ku-questioning box ngumuzi. Umuzi umelwe ngumnisi. Ma ususiba emotionally, uthi umnisi nxa ungafuni ukukhuluma hlala phansi, subuza the other four who are not representing umuzi. Uchoni ngakho lokho. I think futhi umuzi ukhaliphile. He will ask to say something to this. That's what I imagine. I don't know what the other panelists think. Anyone can further add.
I think Musi will come and say I was traumatized about what happened yesterday. And there was nothing that was translated to me. So I didn't know whether I'm finished being cross-examined or what was happening. So I think he will say something. He's very smart. He will say something.
I think Umnisi needs to. I think Umnisi needs to do the. First of all, you know what? Yeah, I think this is one of the first things I wanted to say. Personally, I did not understand when the other guys started wanting to speak to what Baloyi was speaking to. Because for starters, I expected Umnisi, I understand he wanted to ask what is going on. There's Ramsipile and others, their response for me, it was supposed to be, when you say you are going to give me time, what am I saying? What am I saying on what? What is happening now? What is Baloyi doing? Why is he reading that? So that's the question they should have asked the judge. And then when he says, I'm going to give you time and wants to adjourn, that's what was supposed to happen. They were supposed to ask, what's going on? Why am I supposed to be saying something? Saying it on what grounds? Why should I be preparing responses on what is he doing? Yeah, so I think that's what they were supposed to, all three others were supposed to respond with that, so that he can see Umnisi is not being mad when he says objection. The objection was on point. And also, yes, I know Jadota was still going to find his way around that because behavior like thoughts. And then I actually do have something to say. If from what I'm going to say, I'm not happy, then I will need time, but I will tell you. Ujadrata forces the issue to Ramsipile saying something, saying that he needs time. They did not actually need a time per se, but he was forcing them to need time because he wanted to run away. So that again is some sad situation in the court of Judge Rata. I will never understand the way he uses his brain, but one thing that I can stand on is that Judge Rata is intentional with his behavior in that court. He knows what he's doing. He wants to be recused. He requested to be recused. Why is he not recusing himself? Why must it be other people who are doing that? Why must it must not be him who's doing that? I don't have a problem with him being recused, but why can't he do it himself? Why can't he do it himself? He's a man, he says, he's smart, he's what. He must use that. He knows the law. He's been sarcastic all day, saying, we must go back to school, implying that others are dumb, they don't read, or they just have degrees that are useless. As if Ubaloyi, what he is doing is proper. So for me, I see birds of the same feathers flock together. That's what I say. Anyway, Utino Monye when it comes to that.
Yes, even earlier as you talk, Noni, I'm reminded even earlier in the day, Ubaloyi, issues even now a cell phone, what you were buying airtime, you were doing what? It has nothing to do with bank records. Upart of bank records. Sekuma airtime says I'm going to 26 and 30 while sitting. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Till now, whenever I would lead such type of immoba, my understanding is overlaw you should normally put to witnesses what has come through a witness. He can play some stray pieces which we are going to, but it should not be him creating evidence. He should have led it through Keninda, so that the defense would have had a chance to put it to Kininda if that's an idea. Because otherwise, those are issues for argument. And when the defense would do the same with their witnesses, the court would jump in very quickly and remind them, you don't need to go that path. Where are we going with this? Leave it for argument. You can always argue that at the end. Also, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Then it does. He has a stupid laugh that he does. And then he looks at Valoy. It's like a love affair. It's either one admires the other greatly. It's like you love them so you just adore them. And I believe it's Rata who adores Valoy. But those two. They adore each other. Just like you say, they finish sentences for each other. Never same time. I think, which one are you looking for? Are you looking for Kanjani? It's like a joke. But my point, even in the morning, Ram had to raise it. You can't do that. This is an argument issue. And do you know what Rana said? He said it's an argument for you. He said, no, for my lawyers. So these are matters for argument.
About the so Taban come in. Taban. Okay, let me just put this. Oh, okay, it's back. Taban.
Yeah, the only thing I just want to touch on is about the bank statements. That one, when you come to request for a bank statement at the bank, especially at Standard Bank where I worked, you come, you request, you bring an affidavit, we don't keep the statements, the previous statements at the bank. So what we do, we process the request, and then the statements are downloaded, and then they are brought to me. And then I'm gonna hand over the statements to you. The statements that I'm giving you are your statements that you had previously. So there's no way that when the statements are brought to you, that they're gonna be on spreadsheet. They are gonna be exactly the way you had them on your previous statements. Like maybe we say we need your statements for 2014. The statements for 2014, when you had them, maybe you lost them. So when they come, they're gonna come exactly as they were. And then on the point of when you purchase an airtime, the reference will be there. That airtime goes to which number. It's not gonna be just an airtime. It's gonna be say MTN, reference number, that number that it goes to. And then one that comes to deposit the funds. It does not just go like that. You come and deposit and then you go. What we need is we need your name, we need your telephone number, so that whatever when when you come in, we process your transaction. There comes a time when the bank closes, and then we count that money, find out one of the tellers is short. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go through all the deposits to check if ever where the error was. And then if it was you, we're gonna tell you, all right, look, when we received your money, this is what had happened. Even if it's over or less, we're gonna tell you, hey man, you gave us 10 rand more, so come and collect your money. What is Baloy doing? It's out of line. The spreadsheet that is there is fraud. There's no way the bank is gonna give you a spreadsheet. It's gonna give you the full statement as it was 10 years ago. No spreadsheet, no nothing. The debits and the credits will show at the same statement, no separate statements. And then number two is that when the statement comes, it's gonna show only your number, the statement. It's not gonna show you your ID number and everything.
You?
The ID number and the names and everything, the employment number is gonna only show when you come to do a contract. Contract will be you purchase a car, you make a loan, and. But on the statement, those details are not shown. It's only your account number that is gonna be there and your name. So that's all, guys. I just wanted to clarify. Otherwise, on this thing that is right at doing, well, I don't know. Maybe you must just go. I hear what Noni is saying. But again, we want to start afresh. What we need is that we need the judge that is not going to be biased. We need the prosecutor that does not take sides. The prosecutor that needs to prove himself to be just, even the judge to be just. That's all I'm saying. Mashaba.
Abang, you are reminding me also that I remember people used to, I used to work for NetBank. People used to request for a statement for it to have their address. They would come, even in Capitec, I used to do that. You will request that I want a statement that has my address. Maybe you want it to open or it's needed for verifying your address somewhere. You will request a statement that has an address.
Yeah, now it has just happened now. Then in 2014, there was no option like that.
Okay.
You see, so it is now that you say, okay, when you go to even to the ATM and say it needs to have an address, and then it's gonna give you an address, then the address will never show.
Okay.
it will only show on contracts only. Whenever you borrow any kind of borrowing, house, or you purchase a car, or you make a loan, then everything will show on the contract, your contract. Not the state is gonna go and ask for those details. If the state needs like a statement, the statement when it comes is gonna be exactly your own statement. It won't show your everything. It's gonna show your account number and your name.
Tabang, so that we are clear. What you are saying is something that was happening back in 2014, right? It did not come with the. You used to request that in address, whatever that is needed. But back then it was not like that. But currently, when you are even in an ATM or those machines that they put there for statements, it comes with the details, but not the ID number. Am I right?
No, it does not come. It does not just come to request. You need a statement with your address. You say there on the ATM with a residential address. If you don't need it, it won't show.
Tabang, sorry. What used to happen, because I still have my bank statements up to 2013. Your account, your statement will come with your name, account number on the right-hand side. Then on the left, it will put your name on top. And then it will have your address like a PO box, or if it's a residential address, it will show there. But it won't show your ID number. Your ID number doesn't reflect on any statement. It's just your name. If you want a proof of address, then that's a different request than a statement.
You are right.
Iman, the state, wait, because we all need to be clear here. The statement that came with the address is the one that was posted to us by the banks, or when you are requesting it from inquiries. There's a difference.
When you go to inquiries, when you go to inquiries,
yes,
the statement that you're gonna receive is the statement that is gonna show your name. All right, your name and your contact details. That's what it's gonna be. And then when the bank sends you a statement, it will show everything, because it's not printed at the branch. That comes from the head office now. That is giving you everything that you need. I don't know if you catch me.
Okay. No, I wanted us to be clear that you are talking about things that happened in 2014 and things that are happening currently, because currently bank statement comes with the addresses currently. So if Kininda and whoever went to request it, they were requesting now in 2020. So it will come with the address and stuff.
Yeah, it will.
Okay. No, I wanted us to be clear on that part.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that I don't know. These statements were requested for 2020, not for 2014.
No, they were requesting statements that were for 2014, but they were requested in 2020. Hence, they will come with your name, your address, and it will reflect there, but not your ID number. Now, because they requested now in 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys. You can take me off the shower.
All right.
Yes, I'm still angry, guys. I'm back. I'm still angry at that. Who didn't Noni? I see. I lost.
It's him alone.
I lost. You're also angry at that. You left the streets.
How's it, Jeff?
Hey,
How's it? Good, man. Hey, me, I just arrived, so I was catching up. I just finished now. But, I mean...
Yeah. Hi, Neff. How are you doing, sir? Neff, you are on mute. Hello.
Hello, Noni.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hey, namhlanje ngathi kuyabhedalanga kimi. The rain is so heavy on my side, so I can hardly hear you. Maybe ngenxa yale mvula angeke ngikwazi ukucontribute because I don't know whether you can hear me, but I can hardly hear you from my. Hello?
We can hear you very well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I hear you were talking about the issue of statements, ne?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think those statements, whatever is in the statements, at least today, he was pushed to actually say what is the purpose of reading all this data that is on the statements. Yeah, and he was able to say this is to lay a background so that when they make their arguments at the end, he's able to prove that on the day or towards the day of the incident, the Mozi was no longer using the main number that he was using. In other words, he's trying to say Mozi maybe had this new number so that it becomes a disguise for him. I think basically for me, that is how I read what he was saying. But in any case, like we always say, you can read, if I were Mozi on that stand, I would then be asking to say, but does my communication, even if I bought so much airtime or so much data on that particular day, does it prove anything in any case? What's your take on that one? Hello? Are you guys still there? Yeah, I think today's session is going to be disturbed by the rains, and it doesn't seem like Noni can hear me, and whoever was on this broadcast, podcast. Noni, are you there? Okay. Probably, guys, what we can do is on the comment side, can you guys maybe show exactly what your take is when it comes to the prolonged cross-examination from Baloyi, the issue of the purchases that were done, the withdrawals that were done, the deposits that were done, as to saying, do you think actually they are carrying any weight? Are they helping the state in trying to prove that Muzi was at that Spaza house? Because for me, it doesn't really matter whether Muzi was around in Fort Loras or in Tembisa or wherever on the 26th of October 2014. If the state cannot prove his presence at the hostel and his presence at the Spaza house, do you think this case still has anything other than the so-called confession that he was forced to sign allegedly, as he's saying that all along, and he's sticking to that whatever he signed, it was nothing that he signed according to his own will, right? So I don't know whether you guys can also contribute towards that effect so that we know exactly what do you think actually happened. Because at the moment we are simply speculating. And the disturbing thing is that we do not see the people that were in the house. The state was selective in choosing which witnesses to use. And yet we know the real person that should have been called to this court was Kelly Kumalo, for the reason that Kelly is the reason why Senzo was at that house. It was not because of Zandi, it was not because of Tumelo, it was not because of Mtogo. We all know that the reason why Senzo was at that house on the fateful day, it was going to be Kelly Kumalo, because Senzo was having a relationship with Kelly. But it raises a lot of eyebrows that we do not see Kelly in the court, we don't see Makumalo in the court, we do not see Mampiri in the court. At least for Kelly, she actually mentioned it, and she has mentioned this several times, that if they want her, they should come and get her. So she's willing to come and testify so that she can give her own side of the story. But the state did not use her. I don't know whether it is going to be a good idea for the defense to use her, because it could be tricky, because we don't know what Kelly's truth is. The others have given what is they call their truth. We saw Muzi, rather Mtogo, giving his own version. Tumelo gave his own version. And I think those are the only two people who were in the house, and Zandi, the three of them actually, who were in the house, who were called to come and testify. Whether they did whether whatever they testified upon was the actual truth, we do not know. But they were unfortunately not able to point out in the doc, except for Tumelo, as well as Uzandile, who was so hysterical on the day. She even broke down in court as a way of showing that she had identified, but she couldn't identify one person. She was just saying, you guys, do you know what you guys have done to our family? But she was not able to single out one person. I think it was only Tumelo who was able to identify Ntanzi. But even that identification, the dog identification, I smell a rat on that one. I really smell a rat. Noni, are you back? Noni? Okay, guys, I think I'm alone now. We would need to wait and hear what the proceedings are going to be like as we proceed on this very long cross-examination that is going on from Baloyi. Maybe it's still going to take another month, we don't know. Right, Noni, are you still there? Yeah, Shurun, you can also make a contribution, because now I'm alone here. Okay, guys, I think the only thing I can do for now is for me to keep on encouraging you to like and subscribe on this channel, so that the channel can grow. And we can also contribute by giving our comments. Let's hear what you guys have got to say on this channel. Remember, I think South Africans only need justice. And as of now, we are not being judgmental or anything. I think the only reason is that we are not really convinced by the state's presentations in trying to pin these guys to be the ones that actually committed the crime. If they are the ones that did commit the crime, and it is proven that indeed they are the ones that committed the crime, we would have gotten what this Senzo Meyiwa family are seeking. They are only seeking justice. But I think the only qualms that the public have is what is going on in that court. The court proceedings do not show any fairness in any way. It looks like the judge is colluding with the state, and Baloyi is also aware that the judge is on his side. So he will do anything in that court, whether it's procedural or unprocedural. But because he's got the backing of the judge, he continues to do as he wishes in that court. Right, so let's hear what you guys can say about your observations up to so far, in as far as this particular case is concerned. In the absence of the other people coming in and making any contribution, I think I'm going to close it for now on behalf of Noni. I don't know whether she is coming back or not, but I think on my side, I'm now devoid of any contribution that I can make, because now it becomes a monotonous conversation where it's only a monologue. It would be good if we can have other people also coming through and making their own submissions or their own contributions in as far as what they think about this case. That has been going on for almost now, this is now the 4th year when this case is going on. Oh, you are back, Noni.
What's up, my brother? What's up, buddy?
How is Dan?
What's up? I was backstage the whole time.
Oh, okay. I thought I was alone here.
No, I couldn't come in until I was invited. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm having a storm on my side in Midrand, so it's very challenging for me. But maybe you can make your contribution, my brother, on your observations and your assessment of what is going on in that court. Probably if you can touch on today's proceedings.
Yeah, sure. From what I caught, well, first of all, from one of the things you said, well, for me, it seems like what the judge is doing, his tactic is that he's accepting pretty much anything that the state provides as evidence as actual fact. So it seems to me, as long as it's simply presented, even if the defense brings a contradiction, it'll always come back in an argument in a form of a fact when they reference evidence or something like that. And then the judge is, you know, he's always easily satisfied by the state's arguments. So it seems like that's where we're going. And that's all we're waiting for. There should not be anyone left at this point, no matter where you dropped off. There should be no one left with the idea maybe the judge might do the right thing. Maybe he'll find these boys innocent or something like that. No, we are waiting for his decision, which we know what it will be. And the real trial is after the real game plan. It can take months after that, but that's where we are. And we keep coming back to this thing, especially me. I address it every time. And you know what? I'm going to be direct. And I love everybody, to be honest, because we're all on the same side. We all want justice for the family. We all want Ntanzi to go home and all of that. But for the people who keep saying the judge must recuse, I'm holding myself not to use bad language, because now it's getting to the point where no one's thinking anymore, because these people who are asking for the judge to recuse, and I understand why. I'm not dumb. I understand why. He's rude. He's unprofessional. He shouldn't be there. He was handpicked. But we are too far along now, because you have to know what that means when you say the judge must be recused. He must recuse himself. Because you know what? These are the same people that are going to come back and say, oh, Absalom must come. The defense must call. When are we going to see Absalom if the judge recuses himself? Another 5 years? The man is old. What are we doing? You know, I mean, we should really suck up and be mature. Yes, we're seeing things that have not been done before anywhere. Okay, it's all on record. We need to trust it in the hands of our defense Advocate Amnisi is doing a stellar job. He's just like the likes of the late Advocate Mgomezulu when it comes to uh, getting under the judge's skin and putting the obvious on daylight. It's it's they're doing fine, but no more of this recusal talk, because where will we be after a recusal? If you get what you want, don't you know that's what the judge wants? He said it himself, he'll do it. There's something wrong with that. You put two and two together. We need to stop this. But on that point, yeah, Noni was very right. Very right. And yeah, like it's disheartening, but we have to stay with it. Beloy wants to go through all of these transactions, and to the end of the day, literally to find out that they're meaningless and immaterial to the case. It's you know, it's straining, but we have to do it. This is the road we have to wait for to see our witnesses. You know, delay. The judge is gonna volunteer 6 months every day. He keeps. Does anybody notice every little thing, whether he's joking or whether he's serious? He keeps on volunteering. I'll adjourn for 6 months. I'll give you 6 months. How much do you want? He's doing it too much. We just have to wait through these witnesses and to see what's gonna come next. And there's nobody for the state to call. The state can't call anybody. They closed their case. So and if Kelly comes, she comes. If she comes, I hope she doesn't lie. And if she does lie, fine, let her lie, because the defense is gonna wrangle her like a cattle, easily with everything inside the case, outside the case. It doesn't matter. They're gonna get her, But if she doesn't come, fine. We really don't need Kelly, but it would be nice for her to come and answer, And I don't want to see any sympathizers later. Oh, Kelly finally came. She spoke her truth and all that. Let me tell you something. This is the same Kelly that was fine with a number of innocent people having their lives destroyed for a run of 10 years. She didn't come forward for 11 years. She was fine with people, Zamu Mbata and Tanzi and people of the sort, So there should be no forgiveness. She should serve her time too, to be honest, for defeating ends, And people like Zandi pointing out people, it's a circus. This is the kind of judge we got, who's smart enough for Hepworth and all that other nonsense, but he doesn't. He's clearly colluding. That's why he's still haunted by that word to this day, because he was caught daylight and he was called out. He's colluding. He's smart on some issues, 50 years, but on other issues, okay, he just okay, it's fine. That's what he does. But yeah, I'll give somebody else. What do you say? Oh, my bro, I think you dropped out. Noni, you there? Okay, I'm not sure what happened. I think our brother dropped out. But the link is up there on the top. If you click the link, you can join and Noni can invite you. Okay, yeah, Noni's gonna restart. So I'll be there. Yeah, but that's what it is, family. And until I can't hear you. Oh, you're talking. Oh. Okay, I don't hear Noni. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys. I mean, at this point, you may not want to recuse the judge, but at least you can do other things. You can submit as a citizen, as a human being, you can submit your dissatisfaction. Judges matter. Look them up if If you haven't seen those emails yesterday in the chat, judges matter. You know, register your dissatisfaction for the unprofessionalism, include quotes, include timestamps from the SABC live stream, all of that, but put your dissatisfaction on record. Let's not force something that's going to put us back into a square one. It took 3 years, 3 years for a state to bring a case where nothing sticks to the wall. Insane. So yeah, I was one of those who was so dissatisfied with the media as well. I think I might have mentioned a Judges Matter at one time, but I had a couple of links to SANF and all these other editors forums that you can register your dissatisfaction for the way the trial is being reported. The biasness, because something like this, you would think like Parliament would be more involved or something like that, but if it's more tied to a politician, then they want to get involved. This is more of like a SAPS issue, so they don't really care.
Hi, can you hear me now, guys?
Yeah, we got to stick through with this judge, man.
Can you hear me?
Let's see what people are saying.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, Clarence, listen, we all know the truth, okay? You can't say Kelly was a mastermind and she pulled the trigger at the same time. Like, what's going on? There's too many people saying too many different things about Kelly alone. That tells you that within the realm of Kelly, something is not right. So somebody's lying on Kelly alone. I'm not saying she's innocent, guilt-free. I'm just saying it's a comedy case.
Something is
absolutely. I'm just saying she can't be the mastermind and accidentally pull the trigger. Who would hand? I don't want to sound. If you wrestle somebody and take them down, there's a bunch of guys there. Why do you give the gun to a woman? Excuse, I don't mean to say it that way. I don't mean, that's not what I mean. Like, oh, a woman. I'm just saying there's a bunch of guys there, your friends, your best friends. You give the gun and then she accidentally pulls the trigger. That's BS. I think what we heard is true. There was a scuffle or something between Longway. He was tied up on all sorts of magic. Magic, I'm saying that's the D word for, that stuff, the pharmaceuticals of the streets. And he came there, hide up on that stuff. He heard there was some guys better than himself accompanying his girl, So he came there with his uncle's gun. And you know what happened? He started trying to dominate Zandy, and Senzo wasn't having it. The street boys here causing trouble. Senzo put the beats on Longway. While that was happening, close range, awkward angle, according to the was it the forensics or whoever did the autopsy or on Senzo's wounds. It was an angle shot, so they were clearly balled up or something like that. Some stray shots went off.
DP.
One might have clipped Zandy. Street boy hit himself in the foot, and then we know the rest. But anyway, is the other live started? I think I'm here by myself.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Oh,
yeah, we can hear you, Nona.
Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to say, guys, I believe that Judge Rata is rude. He is a very rude person. Naturally, he's a very rude person. Secondly, I believe that he wants the accused to be the one that are recusing him. Why is he not recusing himself? And also, for him to behave this way, because there was no procedure that Nisi broke. Nisi wanted to understand what is happening. Baloyi is so comfortable. I think sometimes Baloyi forgets that this case is watched by so many people. Don't you guys think so? I think he sometimes forgets it. He thinks it's just them in that courtroom. He forgets that we are there, we are watching, we see the crime that he is doing in that courtroom. I'll never get over in so many things, but the one of him forcing the 2007 bank statements or bank account, that one takes the cap for me. It takes the cap. So we can talk and talk until Jesus comes, but things are bad, guys. I hope tomorrow when they come back, there will be more clarity on what was happening and the defense won't keep quiet, including the accused. I pray that Umuzi will come and say, I feel like I was I feel traumatized by what happened here yesterday. And then also I wish accused number 3 can hand up his hand and say, I feel like this is becoming very unfair, because now Nisi was trying to defend me. Why am I being dragged into the cross-examination of Muzi? Why is my name being dragged there unnecessarily? Because Muzi's statements talk about Makimbi, Marco. I'm not there. So why is my name being dragged there? And then Nisi is told to sit down when I am supposed to be defended. Am I not supposed to be defended?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I did not see the drama that went ahead. What time did this happen? Because maybe I could have missed it. I was
now towards the end. Please watch it. We will have a live, even if it's in the morning or later on today. Just watch it, guys, and then you come.
So they adjourned.
They adjourned now. They are not coming back.
They adjourned for what reason?
For that drama that was happening.
I'm not
for
even
you
clear.
to understand exactly what was happening, you need to watch it. We don't need to be giving you. I want you to go and watch, and then you can come back. Maybe around 5 o'clock we can have another live.
Yeah, right. My brother.
It's 5 o'clock, and then we start discussing, because some other people did not see it, not just you alone. But it was painful for the judge. It was also hurting to see the way he shut down. He told me that I'm shutting you down. You are not going to speak. No objection.
I know. I'll take time to watch the. Was it towards the end, or was it a long drama, or it was just towards the
last 15 minutes? Just go to the
last 15 minutes. Okay, yes. All right. No, I'll do that. No, thank you, Noni.
Thank you so much, Budi. Then we will come back at 5 o'clock, then we will continue with the conversation. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, guys, on the comment section. All 145 of you, I really appreciate you. 5 o'clock we will be here. Please do come back.